Good afternoon, interwebs. Matt Carter here with another Carter's Commentaries. Rough week, and I hadn't done a video in 2 weeks, and maybe there's a connection there. I don't know. Just stressed, lots of crap, learning a new assignment, and still handling some old responsibilities. And yeah, it ended in our Fort Bend County law enforcement community. We had three officer-involved shootings. So doing what I do with critical incident self-care and trying to help stress management and being there for others. It's just been a tough week. I maybe this doing this video this week and leading into next week will help smooth things out. Who knows? But I got another affirmation that doing them again. I've said before, I don't care if it's 1 or 100 watching if somebody benefits. And so I had someone that I ran into that I've known for a long time, Marshall Slot, who just affirmed that he appreciates me doing these videos. So this week it happens to be him. Threw his name out there. Maybe I shouldn't have. Sorry, Marshall. But rough week, and came home yesterday evening after spending some time with someone that had been involved in a pretty rough incident, and is physically well and mentally in a good place. But and we've had two this week that I've been helping others, and in my kind of mental health world. Again, I'm not a clinician, but in my little mental health world, there's always discussion about compassion fatigue, and the caretakers need caretaking as well. And another phrase that you might put on that is helper. And the reason I'm using that is when I got home, I had a little handwritten note from my mom, who is deservedly going to get a shout out here. So, Mom, Vicky Seeley, I'm going to tag her in this thing when I put it up on my Facebook feed as well. Because hell, if it's not for her, I'm not here. But sent me at some point this week, but I got it yesterday evening, read it late. Didn't tell her I got it till this morning, but thanked her very much, because it had been a chaotic, stressful, difficult week. But a line out of there that I wanted to, it's really the drive for this video this week, is the kind of the phrasing of that she appreciates and loves me for being a helper in a tough world. And I think sometimes our first responder lifestyle, we lose sight of that a little bit, because it our exposure is regular, and it's to really bad stuff frequently. And we do get tired. There is real compassion fatigue. There is stress as a result of doing this on the regular, even if it's not a more conventional traumatic incident, the way we think of these officer-involved shootings that we've had this week. Again, 3 in Fort Bend County. So, as I'm wont to do, whenever I'm stressed, I try to go to I go to the Lord, and always want to find some scripture that helps. Because those that hear the Lord, I don't have that same frequency. I depend on scripture, and those that I've talked to about this before know I love spending more time in the New Testament. I'm a Christian, not Jewish. I'm not saying that I got it all figured out, but I tend to look at the redemption of Christ and how that navigates. So it doesn't mean I don't look at the Old Testament, but I'm always looking for that New Testament connection. So it led me into Hebrews in chapter 13. The phrasing here is, "Never will I leave you, never will I forsake you." So we say with confidence, "The Lord is my helper, I will not be afraid. What can mere mortals do to me?" And that's obviously, for those that know the Bible much more than me, there's reference into Old Testament here, and that's what's going on. And most notably, probably the Psalms reference to that the Lord's my helper, and I will not be afraid. And that what can mortals do to me? So here I am again, stressed, chaos, frustrated, all kinds of the negative stuff I don't like. It's not the typical place I like to be. Resilience is driven by the positives, optimism, but it's just, I'm human, man. It's just been a couple of weeks that I feel a much more negative vibe, unfortunately, and And then you add in caretaking for others or helping others, as Mom had said, and Hebrews is given us. Here I am on that high stress, feeling almost on the ropes to some degree, and just God dang, I don't know if I can handle another day this week. And I get this note from Mom, who immediately, whether she knew it or not, brings a smile to my face. The Lord's hand puts it into my hand right at the moment that I need it the most. And then it puts me into Scripture and saying that the Lord is my helper and I will not be afraid. And so here we are, all of us that do this first responder work, and we're helpers. But don't forget, don't lose sight. You have a helper too, and you will not be forsaken, right? Because the good Lord loves you. And as I often try to end these, I love you too. You are loved. You're supported. You have a divine backing, should you choose to accept it, that won't let mortals harm you in this eternal quest. We are just flesh while we have this time on earth, and there are challenges, and we are never assured, guaranteed that it's always going to be easy and it's always going to be fun and it's always going to be peaceful. But there is a greater peace out there. There is a helper that will always be by your side, particularly so in those most difficult of times. So for my helpers, my caretakers that were wondering on those long days, we are supporting each other. We are supported by our community, and I think that's an important aspect out of a very difficult week, is that there is tons of community support. There are negatives. There's folks that are going to crap on us. But when called to action, the support is greater than the discontent. So take pride in your willingness to help. Take pride in your willingness to caretake for both your community and your coworkers. And know that the good Lord's got your back. And I think that's a great way to end, to say that you have the Lord covering your back. And it's hard to imagine how mortals can harm you in that way. So find peace in that. Love you guys. Thank you. I appreciate anyone that watches, and I'm always thankful for the affirmations that come my way. So Marshall, thank you for the small word of encouragement this week. And Mom, love you more than you realize. Thank you for always being there and providing and supporting. I wouldn't be the person I am today without seeing you as an example and your love and support. So thank you very much for getting that note in the mail and making it into my hands at just the day and time that I needed it. You're loved. You are cared for. Stay well, stay safe, and take care of yourself, because you're worth it, and take care of each other. God bless.